Now we are going to discuss how to go about applying to college. When applying to college, remember that there are 4 sure steps that you will have to take. Step 1 involves looking at your College of Choice's admissions webpage to be familiar with their application deadlines as well as their admission requirements. Then submit your college application and pay for the application fee. For step 2, you will need to ensure that you submit all required documents to accompany your college application, such as your official high school transcript. Step 3 involves ensuring that you submit your official SAT and/or ACT test scores to your college directly from the testing agency. You will need to have access to your College Board and/or ACT accounts to complete this step. The final step, which is step 4, involves completing the FAFSA. The FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid that is open every year from October 1st to June 30th. You will fill out the FAFSA every year that you attend college, as this is how your college will award you your financial aid package.
Students will complete the undergraduate admissions application, submitting required and requested information before the application deadline. This might include your extracurricular activities, part-time job, essays, the application fee. Some applications might require you to submit a recommendation from one or more teachers and/or your counselor. If you're applying to a specialty school or a specialty program, you might have to submit something else, such as a portfolio. Students are strongly advised not to wait too close to the deadline to submit all of the parts of their application.
You will find yourself having to request your transcript often during your senior year. Our counseling secretary handles all of our transcript requests. When you need to request a copy of your transcript, we ask that you please follow the instructions under the transcript request section on the PHS counseling webpage. You will email your request to phstranscripts@pickenscountyschools.org and will have to provide all the information requested in the instructions, such as your first and last names, the last 4 digits of your social security number, and where you need your transcript sent to. Our counseling secretary will then process your request within 72 hours. Transcripts can also be requested through your Georgia Futures account to be sent to other schools in Georgia. The fall semester grades are uploaded to Georgia Futures and are ready to be sent to schools in Georgia after February 15th of each year, and then your final senior transcripts are reflected and ready to be sent after June 30th of each year. During the month of May, the PHS counselors will send out a final transcript Google form for the seniors to complete. Seniors will need to complete this form prior to graduation so that our team knows where to send their final transcript to. If a student misses the opportunity to complete this form, then he or she will have to go through the regular transcript request process we discussed on the previous slide. Final transcripts will be sent out after June 15th. Step 3 in the application process is testing. If your college requires test scores, then you will send your test scores directly from the testing agency. To send your SAT scores, you will go to collegeboard.org, and for your ACT scores, you will go to act.org. Many scholarships and college applications will ask for you to provide either names of people to be references for you and/or to provide you a letter of recommendation. The PHS Senior Information Sheet is a tool that is accessible to you via the PHS Counseling webpage to help you either build a resume or for you to fill out to hand to your recommenders. This tool will help your recommender know everything they can about you to help provide the best reference possible for you. We recommend that you provide typed copies of your completed senior information sheet to show each of your recommenders. Please remember to keep a copy for yourself. It is recommended that you give your recommender a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks notice before you need the letter. Please know that we keep this presentation as well as the senior information packet available on the PHS Counseling webpage for you to reference as needed throughout the entire school year.
If you are interested in playing a sport in college, you must register on the NCAA Eligibility Center.
Now we are going to discuss the opportunities you have to assist you in paying for college. There are different ways to pay for college. Scholarships are merit-based and do not have to be paid back. Grants are need-based. Check out georgiafutures.org to keep track of various scholarships and grants that are available to Georgia students, such as the Hope and Zell Miller scholarships. Another way to pay for college is by taking out student loans. Loans do have to be repaid. The two common types of student loans that could be available to you are federal loans and private loans. Students can also help pay for college by taking part in a work-study program. This is where a student has a job on campus that helps pay towards their tuition and fees. The most important tool that you will need to complete to find out if you qualify for many grants, scholarships, federal loans, and/or work-study programs is the FAFSA. FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. This application is available online by October 1st for senior students. You will need your parent and/or guardian's tax information to complete this application. The Free Application for Federal Student Aid, also known as the FAFSA, is how you will find out what federal and state financial aid you may be eligible for to assist you in paying for school. Please know that this application will have to involve both the student and his/her parents, as the parents' tax information will have to be accessed to successfully complete this application. The FAFSA is open each year from October 1st through June 30th for students and their families to complete. The earlier you complete this application, the better your chances are of getting more financial aid. Please know that you will complete this application every year that you attend college in order to get you your yearly financial aid package. Please also know that the FAFSA is completed through the Federal Student Aid Office within the United States Department of Education. Therefore, no employee at Pickens High School will be able to access your account or help you with the completion of this application other than the resources we have available to you on the PHS Counseling webpage. We have included more information regarding the FAFSA as well as how to access their help center in our PHS Senior Information Packet to assist you as needed in this process. There are three types of Hope Scholarship opportunities available in the state of Georgia. First is the Hope Grant. This is for students seeking to attend a post-secondary school such as Chat Tech to complete a diploma or certificate program. There is no set GPA requirement to qualify for this grant. Hope Grant will pay a significant percentage of tuition as long as you maintain at least a 2.0 GPA while you are attending your program. The Hope Scholarship is for those seeking a degree program. You must have a 3.0 GPA in your high school core classes to qualify for this scholarship. Core classes are those that you have taken in English, math, science, social studies, and world language. In addition, you must also have taken what the state of Georgia identifies as rigor classes. You will need to have 4 of these completed before you graduate to qualify for the Hope Scholarship before entering college. This scholarship will pay a significant percentage of tuition should you attend a college in Georgia. In order to keep the Hope Scholarship while in college, you will need to maintain a 3.0 GPA. The last Hope Scholarship opportunity that we are going to discuss is the Zell Miller Scholarship. The Zell Miller Scholarship is for students pursuing a college degree and have maintained a 3.7 GPA in their high school core classes, scored a 1200 on the SAT and/or a 26 on the ACT, and have completed 4 rigor classes before finishing their high school diploma. Please note that the score on your SAT and/or ACT had to take place in one sitting. Thus, you cannot combine scores from multiple test dates. The Zell Miller Scholarship is an incredible opportunity to pay for your college expenses. The scholarship covers all tuition costs at public colleges in the state of Georgia. To keep the Zell Miller Scholarship while in college, you will have to maintain at least a 3.3 college GPA. You can visit Georgia Futures to review the list of classes that the state has identified as rigorous, as well as review your Hope GPA. Students must earn a minimum of 4 credits from the Hope Rigor List. Examples of Hope rigorous courses at Pickens High School are Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, College Readiness Math, Human Anatomy, Chemistry, Forensic Science, French 2, French 3, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, as well as any AP or dual enrollment class that a student takes. Check georgiafutures.org for the entire rigor list. When we are talking about financial aid, it is helpful to remember that grants usually are offered for 2-year and technical colleges, and scholarships are usually offered at 4-year universities. For the HOPE grant, students must maintain a 2.0 GPA at their college and are only eligible to regain the HOPE grant once should they lose it. For the HOPE scholarship, students must maintain a 3.0 GPA at their college to continue to get HOPE while at a public 4-year school. However, for private colleges, they will pay up to a fixed amount of tuition per semester or quarter. Please see Georgia Futures for exact amounts. Students are eligible for the HOPE Career Grant if they are enrolled in certain high-demand certificate and/or diploma programs at USG and/or TCSG schools. The HOPE Grant and Zell Miller grants have certain eligibility requirements that apply. Awards are a fixed amount per term based on the program and number of hours the student is enrolled. You can view the approved programs and award amounts on the Georgia Futures website. The Zell Miller Grant is for students who wish to enroll in a University System of Georgia certificate or diploma program or a technical college System of Georgia school. The Zell Miller Grant pays the full amount of standard tuition up to 15 credit hours. There is no high school graduation requirement for this grant, and the first term is awarded retroactively after earning a 3.5 or higher post-secondary GPA. Please know that this GPA must be maintained in order to keep the Zell Miller Grant. The Zell Miller Scholarship is a merit-based award that pays full standard tuition at a 4-year public institution in the state of Georgia. The Zell Miller Scholarship requires a 3.7 HOPE GPA in core curriculum courses and a 1200 score on the combined SAT or a 26 ACT composite score. There are also the same rigor requirements as the HOPE Scholarship. When attending a post-secondary institution, students must maintain a cumulative 3.3 GPA at designated checkpoints or risk losing the Zell Miller Scholarship. For a private college, they will pay up to a fixed amount of tuition per semester or quarter. Please see Georgia Futures for exact amounts. Students who may be eligible for Zell Miller Scholarship must meet the test eligibility requirements and have their SAT and/or ACT scores sent directly to the Georgia Student Finance Commission. It is recommended that students send their scores electronically. This can be done on each testing agency's website. All scholarship information is and will continue to be accessible via the PHS Counseling webpage under the Scholarship section. We use our webpage to put this information out so that students, families, staff, and the community all have full access to every single scholarship opportunity that is presented to Pickens High School. Local scholarship opportunities start becoming available typically in October each year and start to get very heavy from January through April. Seniors and their families are encouraged to check the PHS Counseling webpage weekly to view any new scholarship opportunities that arise. Most scholarship donors choose to honor their scholarship recipients at the Senior Honors Night that takes place every year in May. However, some will directly reach out to you if you are the winner of a scholarship. Please refer to your scholarship application for the appropriate contact information regarding each scholarship that you apply for. Now let's go over some helpful tips when you are applying to scholarships. Number 1, read the scholarship application thoroughly. Each application will give you information about the scholarship, including the requirements that they are looking for. Some scholarships are open to all seniors hoping to attend a post-secondary school, whether that be a technical college or a four-year college, while some scholarships are just more specific. For example, the ETC scholarship is open to all seniors who plan to attend a post-secondary school, while the Bro and Associate Scholarship is looking specifically for students interested in pursuing degrees/majors in the fields of engineering and construction. It is your responsibility to decide on what scholarships you want to apply to. Number 2, when turning in a scholarship application, you will need to include printed copies of all documents that the application is requesting of you. Follow the directions on how to submit your application in its entirety on the PHS Counseling webpage. Some scholarships want complete application packets turned into the counseling suite, while others will ask you that you either mail your applications or submit them somewhere online. Number 3, the PHS Senior Honors Night in May will be where the winners of most of the local posted scholarships from the counseling webpage will be announced, but not all of them. Please pay attention to the application instructions where they should identify when or where the winner will be announced. Please keep a copy of your scholarship applications or a list of the ones you applied to. And number 5, please keep a list for your own record of the scholarships that you are awarded. Let's go over the typical requirements that you will find in most scholarship applications. Most scholarship applications are going to ask you to include the following: a completed scholarship application document that will ask you a variety of questions regarding your personal information and oftentimes information about your parents. A copy of your official transcript, and as we have already gone over in this presentation, you'll always email your transcript request to PHS Transcripts at pickenscountyschools.org to get your copy. Most applications will also ask for you to provide a copy of your SAT and/or ACT scores. You can get this from going to your accounts with College Board and/or the ACT organization and printing those scores off yourself. Or you can look at your transcript to see if the scores are reflected on it. Most scholarships will ask you to write an essay. Type up the essay and print it to include in your application packet, but please remember to keep a copy for yourself because oftentimes you can reuse your essay answers for multiple scholarship applications. Not all scholarships, but most would like for you to submit reference letters. Be sure to ask your references who you would like to write you a recommendation letter at least 2 weeks before you need the letter. If they give you the letter in a sealed envelope, then do not open it. Resumes are often required for scholarship applications, and a resume is different than the PHS Senior Information Sheet. Be sure to read the directions to know what your application is requesting, because most of them are going to ask for you to either include a resume or include a PHS Senior Information Sheet, and some of them will actually require both. Some scholarships may ask for a PHS Senior Profile. This is the PHS Senior Information Sheet that you can access on the PHS Counseling webpage. And if an application asks for college acceptance letters, then make sure to print a copy of your college acceptance letter and/or email to include with your packet. They need confirmation of where you plan on attending to send that money to your college. Please know that Pickens High School only posts local and some state scholarship opportunities directly on our PHS Counseling webpage. However, we do include access to some popular national scholarship databases for students and their families to explore as depicted on this slide. Class of 2024, we could not be more proud of all of your accomplishments that you have already been successful with and celebrate you and all of your upcoming achievements. Let's finish this year strong and go Dragons!